talk education under this government. Commoner EBD.
My main education, sometimes you come from a place of reality. And now about statistics and
yeah.
And you compare way to way, sometimes it becomes a bit abstract for ordinary Ghanaians. But what do who seem they come from a place of reality? Will be out to us a story we are okay, and then me dear pa. I feel will be a nyanti say the me met hey, maybe more just a brief background of me and Kasame life. And then me mamia or wo me be we asen ofrimo. Edi 23 years in. Ofrimo 27 September 2001. Me quite young because I brother more 8 years.
Oh, okay.
Me feel them go for me call let's say the try me tia and news to be. Me very many 31 years.
Oh, really?
Yes. December 13th and many 32 years. And I should be proud of myself because I'm here today. I be. To be out here me me feel as well akora and ha me bio can na ha me. But say me nyina here today abroso. Nemo me dey kasam say if you are ma me free mono na munya. Na me nka ha many to paint a picture say oh bia beze me chese my bread no
23 years. Your mother died below 30 years.
My mother was 29 no 29 years no we.
Wow.
You're sure 29 but in natural sense I'm just 29 kwa wenya. So now if you are ma me free mono me what 3 years no. And I hear very clear if you will be intimate me because na ye teenage pregnancy was emprewa nyinsen. And you me did 3 years a year apparent so won't me hwe me papa no fie no omu ni bia bro so na so no mo nya nwoma sua kakra me na ba no di teacher me na ba no ye nurse ni me na ba ma no ye teacher no mo ye se no mo abeteme omo teme at the age of 3 but me di 8 years no mo sa dey back to me ma me ho because abrani e wo kuro bi so Ashanti atem ye fro kuro bi dwiase praso sa abrani no na me ba school ko no ngana ka ho den no mo so ne school for wo domia and also preparatory school ekọ nanim nti ye na bra bi ti ko ta ma me nchen e ko ta ma me nchen no me tra ne nchen 1 week second week no okowo on ofrim enti school na was me tra ma me nchen ko no yesa anye yi bi na yesa me sa back to me papa no ho sa no betra ho no mo ye den eboa me na me ka we esi asem so say enche kra na opani bi ofrim we de mesre abuni de friend opani ya tewia na no na me na me maame no side no me maame no onu munya ntokwa kakra mo asmo hwe me na no ka kire se nkurasefo asefo efi akrachi ni bi anya den emfirimu efi a obi anya ban pe usa fie we mu na wo begina na ma tegina akasa ehona me firo
efi akrachi ni
efi obi ani ho a bosome so control oja ban pe sa efi ho na me firi me ma context na me bua asimu so na ne nyina sa abre no manya kwanya me nananom me papa no side no mo hwe me kakran school and pass papa kan no mo because me in terms of even senior high school me first generation graduate mo fa no
from the family
mo fa no nyina mo free fie ho nyina na de watima ko school ye JHS so na no yi GS for ye recruitment o mo say mo nzo mo ba ko mo fe no casual workers o mo fa JHS set no obi en ho nya bi bai mo famra ne intim facilitation e bi akonya ba munya bibi kakra ntwa duane di sebi aburu se pantry akoye security so akoye obi en ho nya bi bai intimate makra kan no humility say first generation JHS graduate graya free was second senior high school nya akonya ko UDS na sabre na asem ni si na mo UDS na say okay sir me di be hye mitim se me sua de papa because me no kure ne say ade e ma hia ni ba ne sika ni ba ti me chan the same table ya mo mesua enya say bi no opportunity exists anywhere in the world. No, the only thing I remember than lati din aba ballot paper so never ma Mr. Kufu so adu a din so aba ballot paper so education. And yes sir, there is no system bringing those unequal people together. E bi ni wiase. Na me say me say me mesua de. Say bi me na nanom papa no side de kakra school fees e betwa ama. Scared of my told you near the enye bebre me say abra me ko UDS ano enche you near mama 300 cedis because me 2017 here yeah 300 cedis na 300 cedis no we go for ba 60 cedis 70 cedis we for 70 back akase we ga papa say you yes slim de aduane for na say na nka sam you turn 50 cedis o kono ngwa we go do say me better later na aso the omo one no
yeah
me na nakua say one papa kwaba aten kakra sa no mo boa ana me di wie we not me the way two party for her party no power papa say party any power because maybe we no sabe no many opportunity to become the president of National Students University Student Association of Ghana na meaning party from penny kakaba hin ba metene fi 3 good years but sa 3 years na yan kopo nim de oye de oye etoda nyam paye bia na se nyametie sa pre no their prayers I mean Malcolm Mogridge he put it in a very profound way or say we should just look back and ask ourselves say if all our prayers were answered by God where would we be by now me nyam paye bi wo ha wo hwe na wo hwe chika just say paye we nyametie a e bi aka mo he sa bre secondary school na girl bi a me money din na se me cheke ne kakra na me de kesi asem so na me hwege ya me dia so si dia da chi nyame mo am na me nyini na me nyasia ware no me se me hu na me se mpa yo de nyame tie ya ka wa ka be jaware so hu nti enya mpa bia na ese nyame tie within a certain time but me de about to masma me ka no so kakra sa ana ngumesua me ti me di wie university a afei 3 years na me nya adwuma nye na ma start school ha na onim and the nipa na just some few years ago about 2015-2016 a young man looked into menanano which is the mother of the family ono na busua na furu no efiri no ka chen say efie nkrase fofie efia na bacho Ashanti region yeti o so obi no kasa no na na ka chen say nkrase fofie efia krachi ni bia nim efia obi anyi aban akatua na nne sa efie ni mo no krachi kwati ofiri mo bae no opani me kan no humility my year education health science education ewo UDS my year LLB ewo Gempa my year masters in public administration ewo KNUST my year masters in international law ewo University of Ghana my year postgraduate diploma in occupational health and environmental safety ewo Gempa my year certificate in PR ewo Institute of Public Relations na go papa 11th of October you refer me to the bar as a lawyer adiwi say nye nwumasua a dear system ben e betimi edward drew sa level now it's not only about me. As soon as I get the opportunity to be educated and also no, me so many dream be say our real kese e the woman sua no man bia de ensesa mu. Our real kese the woman sua ni fie bia de ensesa mu. Enti me nua no mo no, esa abere de ni bi. Yeah. But me nua boy ba ko your friend Kwaku Awro. Sisi a University of Ghana. Wono ma me no papa ni bi. Wono mo yakuafo. Kakra krasa say ye university no na free SHS Israel dey. Ye university na free SHS no so aye dey aba. And we na me so we nkwa de amount traffic ka ho Polygon ne mwa se se de be gina be meeting atwa school fees se be bobo ho kra na ekosu kire mpanimfo ana say there's a scholarship system utimi nya bi ye dey eko school ba ko so ho ono so feeling adoma ye ne to ma me na wawi ono so abatek ya until gradually we are not creating only kwesi kwatin in my house but we are creating different versions of kwesi kwatin in my house na ga ho ne hwan say wo efie nkwasefo asefo fie akrachi ni bia na efie obi anya ban buzia you woni hwan say o sore say o ko pass anja chebe mbiadi me kwa ya no sabi wo manfo no hu se kwasi trobo asakakra enuro so na botre you have more years ahead of you enti yentwen yemfa maw me enumpo no ya hohoho aye dey ema me na na ye ka sa asemeche no yesie no na no ya mse be 2 months ago na yesie no na yesie no ma nya reho bia ewo me mu because me hu se ho nani hu se fi ho be dey e be sesa anu ho asem ne ka no so when we talk about education na e ka free SHS asem na nkofo de politics no obi apese o ka de o ka bu ha me yem se me onim de o ka no I'm coming from a place of reality, place of experience no I kind of try free SHS abese nwumasua aban twa school fees ese nwumasua na aban twa de na ese nwumasua our education system produce up to now no a training for within the 19th century system of education. At the time I was 21st century, we expected different outcomes. O classrooms are all nyina fit da Ghana ba ya no 19th century classrooms. You see the contractor mark of when say contractor we go see 6 unit classroom block 10 near sit toilet back the product who the training for some mess of societal problems in 21st century. Who dia go? And then you have a government coming in, making a bold step, say, and woman shall fa pem ye normal mensa. The first one is access. Ye be man will be anya kwanya yede. Akobi. Free SHS. At the senior high school level enrollment, you say. At that time I buy it was close to 800,000. And they had, if I say, 1.4 million students. In essence, what it means, he said, by now, but for the intervention of free SHS, 600,000 Ghanaian students come to fee. Non come by day. Now me kwate as a professor be say free SHS have reduce quality. And I'm say, hey, professor who speaks without basing on a research. Me na akuase wa. And now me na bina kwadu onya ne baby kui. On no mass our comments I go say mama sans na me nchechi na nka me de na fam. Now professor who adwuma wo ye research base no. You just throw something out without providing any basis. Now everybody is tackling free SHS and the free SHS has said, oh my this year and the free SHS because government need to buy school fees. You have no idea what it means. Access, quality, relevance. Because you be more be a kwenya mo be a de ekubia enya honkwa. No, I so said the kind of education had man for say eh papa. Today we are talking about STEM meboa. Because minya first industrial revolution by no. Those of us in Africa and to Ghana and we were just at the consumption end. Sabre na nimdifo ni wiase mu scientists ni ade hwehwe mu say LC steam engine near the power production. Sabre ni na where we we're not we're just at the consumption end. Second industrial revolution but also no we are moving from steam. Yentimi say jabidie enwu machine mu say power shape bio. This time around we are going to do what we call electricity to increase production. We're still at the consumption end. Sabre ni ada ya 20 ya to dame. Ya to dame so ni twabi. What I say, we never took part in all this. Third industrial revolution so by Sabre na ye computers no money then the computer is wo dex is
say
what you tell you
to hard this ni
to hard this ni when ni we kura na when ni pentium when me na mo ba ko bi baba de ma me na unim computer no so ba so na pa o so no akodware aba
ebuti
ebuti ansa no akodware aba Obaba na yede ebuti awi. We never took part of this innovation and we are saying na ever. And then you were in the fourth industrial revolution. O man nyina say yes say on man na umasua no to be able to fix into the area of digitalization. And the 21st century we are talking about science, technology, engineering and mathematics. And now by for kwaya e fa so tete nkwara emo no mutimi nya ebebo bra papa etimi solve problems e wo we are self and because unim ohineba before the 21st industrial revolution yeah the any nyina say read them right chiw and poor odi babagu ni tima obusan say what is it now or say now is a place of a animal place of when no wa rat up what is a ruminant or say ruminant is an animal that can chiw and when no apoa all those grammar no apoa dey egu ho. But the relevant aspect in a so papa never born mind that say and woman na nyansu so papa will be a mind that we're lacking. And the bit but at the end of the day, addition and fans solve societal problem. Then what will be the relevance of addition?
Yeah.
Because who share the now say who share the now so if you were and yes, I made innovative idea to be able to respond and tackle a fina and then I will create a company like Zoom Lion. And then
yeah.
Oh. What who share there now the set of boss sector ke fwa who are the share no now the media for munya ka kidney ho asem no say transplant boy dey aban na ho dey no extra ewo ode economy because let me tell you all over the world sometimes we put so much pressure on the government. Let's face the reality. 2/3 of the West it is not with any government, it's with the private sector. 2/3 of the West we are seeing 70% were ankwankwan ya ban bien ho say sikano. Not even the American government. In fact, the American government even owes more than Ghana government. So what are we talking about? And until I made Dr. Baumia Jr. the Biokasem say on ba and President Akufo-Addo has passed a legislation in China, the PPP, the Public Private Partnership Act. And you be kwanya this time around and fa ban sika nya dey enye my private person nya dey onye owi anu agye sika. Ubesu hospital say my private person nya dey enye ye run hospital no agye sika. And now you can't digitalization. That is where Ghana's education is moving to. Today we are talking about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And no kwa bomusu, oko offend say persempe, oko akrodie. These are places and then you establish the novel science or STEM schools in here. When we say along the way, we will give the figures to support some of these claims. But as a preliminary comments there, those are my reactions towards education. Say our real sonko. There is a correlation between education and socio-economic transformation. And for the Ministry of Education and the government of Ghana, led by His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, of course supported by his able Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, Dr. Matthew Poko Pepe. So we have a boy education ministry. Only we are Dr. Luchum. Only have a boy. So that is the vision. The vision is say, young from women's chances of mine here day. That because if we see baby or minor develop biya, the fulcrum is education. A very big gross tertiary enrollment ratio. Say, a month for no timina disuan to up to the tertiary level, or money develop automatically. None my the country no creno. To see a wahay. Na enipa a junior waha. Name bear 4. At men young woman to up to the tertiary level. A very likely says half for no. On fat or no so on for banana day and to got him. Indirectly, number influencing the patre so I can hear day. Because only party you associate. They say association also leads to assimilation. The more you associate with people, now see almost add say if there is a corruption anywhere, that person have the courage to be able to say I'm going to challenge the status quo because the basic economic variables and indicators were there. But I say and the woman be a mind be a editum. Oko America, one more there 76%. America develop. Oko Singapore 40% develop. Oko Botswana 40% develop. Oko South Korea 96%. Oko the education develop.
Wow.
But yeah, you know, you can buy power. We are around 18%. So we are getting to I think 22% or so. So gradually you need to open the base. Then you make sure that there is quality education. That is where it will have an impact on socio-economic transformation. Don't you know be too up there now? You say free SHS you have to ask the person say heifer, and then you buy a bill review. Review what? You don't review something that is broken that is not broken. Because review which component of it is being reviewed. But I mean that should be my prelim comments. Along the way, maybe we'll support with data and facts. When
so me pese Ramuna womu din komono foforo no ajinya say ase your concentration ya akoye senior high school free senior high school ase na wase yehye ni nya ye no ye ja to hono mo saa what have you done there
at the basic school level no
yeah
ade ba ko a e wo say ye ti ase ne say first of all no yeah the challenges within the education sector no is being systemic obia ka cho say Ghana's education Sebi, it was the best informed obwa. Na me just say, even infrastructure wise, what you mean to tell kwara in 19th century classrooms? Now what outcome are open? 20th century outcomes. Okay, at the basic school level, when you say Ghana need be a middle income person, be a ferris or in the Bible school. I mean, these are the reality.
Yeah,
middle income person because the moment akwara share sa. Move as a Jesse. You see a new war home. Acquire my here for school. I mean, why should this happen? And we admit that there is a basic challenge, especially at the basic school level. And then you can't, I mean, things about, friend say, schools under trees and one other, largely infrastructure issues. But yeah, the novel intervention about the novel intervention, I say. You want to me if you are for instance having about 11,000 schools under trees, want me in but creatively no be kwan bi a obefa so ayi free ho the 11,000 so oko dwabia na if I say dwabin about 15 schools Presby for omo de SDA for omo de Anglican for omo de Methodist for omo de why don't you bring all these schools into one school because you go see different classrooms but you get a very big structure strong edifice. I feel what provided all the needed amenities. Yes, all the science laboratory are there. Ashim, biology, chemistry, and physics. All the hospital are there. Ashim, all the if I say be a friend say teachers bungalow administration. No money are there. Ashim. Then you get the people. You relocate them. So the bear is a second. What? Uber say and also be pesika to be able to build different structures. This time you have one structure and eliminate about 15. So infrastructure wise, that is what we are doing at the basic school level. Recently, let me say what say STEM was some can. It's not even only at the secondary level, but oko baby to say kwabenya ultra modern KG. Kura mu use tablets no money at that is a model KG school sir. It's coming up. So, and then you can't about say the use of technology in the money are there. Smart schools in the money are there. Yeah, well, smart schools at the senior high schools level, but also even at the basic schools level. No, and only at a for kasa, all their schools gradually we are turning them into smart classrooms, because smart classrooms on the state of the art devices were and also one more tablets no money idea, one more the issue because gradually what we believe in is we are in the 21st century. 21st century new we are realigning Ghana women from baby and you may have to get infrastructure development at the basic schools, which you replace with our model junior high schools na as spring across on. And then say minister how can one say no will get a different painting. Minister say we paint school. Ghana the okas obe adifo fro bia na kromo no bia nim say procurement benefit in na we dey. Oh you they don't really care about at the corner nkasa we dey. Oh yeah. So at the basic school level no, the intervention has rather been on more on infrastructure. But of course, quality has also not been compromised because we share just in 2015, Ghana nyina tron so heavy, which has to be with the standardized test they measure nkra onuma kenkan ene onumo enkutebo at the literacy part no ntinka English text on mo year in 2015 only 2% of Ghanaian nkra no onumo primary 2 could read and write in 2015. That was very sad. Only 2%. 2%. The yim kwara wo Ghana primary 2 nyina 2% pe and na betimi akenkan no watcho. Now we no man we now coin just 2015. And never no kasa 2022 exams that we did it was 38%. So gradually I mean the gradual intervention, but we see when you have a systematic challenge or not systemic challenge or what we solution will not just all of a sudden be an event. No. See our schools under trees, no. Kwaba mimi kroma Ashanti achem domi Brazil no. Ade ba kono say ensori nyina obi apeso nya school. Oya so we the SDA for the ye yentete enti e se nya school. Nso ene ye mbo apata bi entwa blocks be for bi or form yento 2-4 courses bi near the dresses so. At some point government have to intervene. No akobo am. In the schools under trees, the more we through or the more so as I dey. Eba. And so when you want to measure a government success, particularly with Sebia schools, where see schools say any schools and the trees, you measure schools where say you don't measure the air day. And yes, I say Juma. So by we create over 2.1 million jobs. But assuming say there were 5 million unemployed Ghanaians and you will still get other almost 2.9 million people make catch Omunya Juma. But the Omunya Juma so I mean, the ministry at the basic school level, there has been massive infrastructure change. Okwa half of my basic school bi ho agogo he am krom APC demonstration one more BCB na some videos bi by himself around yellow crop ho very dilapidated structure bi na ho and also is being cleared. So infrastructure wise we've tackled of say the basic school level, but I mean we admit that as a people we need to do more. But to say, even despite the fact that we admit that we need to do more, we also have to also admit to say, baby, I near one you know, then to be a baby, a see a dream day, you know. So baby, I see a corner, you know, then to be a near work at any day, you're free.
And then the senior high school.
At the senior high
double
school,
track, the introduction of double track. Ne the say a year free honum, and then going forward.
Before that, some model junior high schools are making. Sunya ebi oho.
Sunyani.
Jaben so.
So say na your was here.
Let me try if I could get the figures. Maybe. Along the way I'll get the figures for you. But I can't remember. Say Sunyani dear no. Any a 2-story classroom. Number of laboratories here 5.
5 laboratories.
Yes, 5 laboratories here. Or administrative area. Or head office of secretariat. Or office or library or staff common room. Or washrooms. Or staircase in money added to support persons living with disability in money added or mechanized borehole or the tankers is so anytime be in shoni ade flow or gated landscape and other external works be so there. That should be the nature of God because for any pebia nkwatra sa 6 units class me is in rectangular shape will be it is a now draining nim DNA how about appreciated things will be different. And so the model senior high school has come to, cause really a significant change. But now to your question on the senior high school, you asked about double track. When you're here, you can't double tracker. Mamincho, Matisse, former president Mahama, or so Bakro Baby double tracker at the F also be cancel double track. Now, idea was a Ghana for Titu Asante Tia and say, ye ka double track enye bone anasa nya mfonso said ye enipa no bisi e ka no double track rather ye nshira edi ntam say double track ye nshira hwe Ghana nkwara wie school bia ho na owo be 1/3 of nkwara no in terms of nominal figures no they were about 100,000 Ghanaian students no mu enya akwanya enko senior high school no ma wie the junior high school level na sankwara yi ene kaboma as at now no you are getting to about 600,000 Ghanaian students one mu ka enye but for the intervention of free senior high school akomoye the etifi in the free senior high school by na enrollment a course so sa no definitely the moment enrollment course no which means automatically no people would have expected say the outcome will reduce because if we are see baby no he say utia when enrollment increases outcome reduces that is the standard research edaho say the moment about 2 more many penya kwenya bia school bebre bia no na additional outcome no na say the quality of education ahoahoden so yede ete because we share data one for instance in 2015 na enrollment in crowd muntimi co school were around 299,649 but over 2023 enrollment increased to 504,729 compared 299,649 to 504,729 which means say is almost doubling meboa the question is say if an adam crowd be dey ebeko acheche for be na ebe kira wade e books be na dey come on nti obi ha wo wiase bia bedwen say oh enrollment increase kwa the quality will reduce because that na ado omo ye dey ebekom then the Ministry of Education under the able leadership of Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe and Dr. Yaw Ose Educhum brought a very novel and innovative idea. What was that novel and innovative idea? The double track system. The double track in say ohneba sa owo akwanya se nkora 100,000 penku school na omo maka na be 50,000 no be hwe omo anim de bibi e friend cut off point aba e de adada ho say oh man pass na munye cut off point 23 I get 23 when the man meet cut off point of 23 ne endino sa de unya access to school. That is the first option. The second option so say wo be biem no ma obia nyakwanya yede akobi by introducing the tracking system. What the tracking system about all what you need to do is say so 150,000 you divide them into two, green and gold. Quickly no they also say we recruit more teachers. Because recruit more teachers what is going to do they say this time around when you reduce class size into teacher student ratio no be there the more teacher student ratio no so ten e ma na nyina ho no increase contact hours and instructional hours no munya ye dey e school mu no as soon as I be increase contact hours and instructional hours no munya wo school mu no there is obenya more time to be able to learn our classroom work no provide the needed textbooks especially the core textbooks no dey amom quickly no motivate teachers motivate you man say extra classes ahead amomo and that will reflect in the outcome ahead ye won. And the contrary to the general opinion say double track here the double track was rather a blessing at the same time by increasing access and it also increased quality because in the case of Ghana we were able to defy gravity. It didn't time say defy gravity because we are see baby when enrollment increases outcome reduces or quality reduces, but in the case of Ghana enrollment double you know instead say ke betima hwe nkra anim the cut off point aka chem say you do not qualify into trafie no what we did was say mu na munya dey ya mu obi akwanya ye dey akobi but in this case you know we want a better and enhanced instructional hours nti mi enchemu mu yemfa more teachers ye dey enka ho let's increase the instructional hours. Let's also reduce the teacher to student ratio. Let teacher for ne nkra ne nya nkitahudie papa on which way and that is the outcome that we are witnessing now. And this will be say double tracking in 2015 na English language on more pass 45.2% our English language. When we say 2023 more pass 73.11%. Inter science more pass in 2015 was 28.7%. In 2023, Nkora pass is 66.82%. Mathematics, Nkora pass in 2015 was 32.4%. In 2023, 62.23%. Social studies, Nkora pass 2015 57.4%. But over 2023, 76.76%. There's a sharp for the past 9 years, free SHS Nkora abribiano more than 50% of sankrano in your A1 to C6 in all core subjects. 2022 to 2023 kwade ekoso one more than koso nkrano nyina nya minimum of 60%. Now they compare, for instance, into a year like 2015 where only 28.7% of students in inter science Akwa university require all the core subjects meboa English, math, science meboa and I social studies. Not 28.7% for passing inter science. What it means is say only 28.7% of Ghanaian students pass and were eligible for admission into the tertiary institution. Now compared to 2022-2023 free SHS in Kwara, at least 60% of Ghanaian students being acquired tertiary education. Which one was the best? And the data available does not support the claim say double track have reduced quality. If anything at all, double track rather increase access and also increase quality. Obiobeka Sebia is referring to the we are seeing in our research say when I say enrollment increases, quality reduces. But in the case of Ghana, we were able to turn the tables around because we brought in double track. If you increase enrollment, one for double track, you can never get a good outcome.
So the question many are asking is, the numbers now back from senior high schools now. Your tertiary institutions, will they be able to contain them?
You see, the ultimate goal as a people is to be able to first of all you increase your gross tertiary enrollment ratio. All boils down to infrastructure development ultimately. But you see, even at the tertiary institutions, it's not even a problem at all because the tertiary institutions has already even been practicing multi-track system. All we need to do is to first of all give them the numbers. Whilst in the long run, tertiary institutions also come out with particularly private-public partnership for infrastructure developments. Of course, you are aware of a lot of bills. Aqua cabinet, policies, aqua cabinet, cabinet approvals. Some universities are started also springing up. Bakuye Bonson at the environmental science university, all of them are springing up. But you see, the most important point is first of all to be able to create the access to the tertiary institutions. In any event, even in the temporary way, tertiary institutions already have multi-track system. Multi-track system, multi-track system, no tertiary institutions or running distance programs, or running regular programs, or running evening programs, or running modular programs. And so tertiary institution there is a non-issue. The only thing they say, a bar, senior high school level. Now, I mean, we had a double track system, and double track and suffer because we have is a problem. Double track suffered because some way somehow the free senior high school policy came at the backdrop of a political promise, and some way somehow a politician benefits from it. Indeed, I agree with you that ultimately, massive infrastructure development, expansion, because get fun. I recall when me started Ministry of Education, get fund the infrastructure audit. You had an excess of 1,000 infrastructures and on my band. As I speak with you, get fund is almost done with 90% of those infrastructure. I include some of the infrastructure and what those tertiary senior high school even at the basic school level. So gradually the tertiary institutions are also expanding, but they even have existing structures. Ultimately, anytime beyond they're able to run multi-tracking system because you be quite all time to go school at the tertiary level. That's more flexible. But what is most important is say we're able to get a lot of our people have education up to the tertiary level. When you hit the 40% mark, bingo, the country develops.
How is the synchronization? Dr. say and you saw about transform the educational sector. The introduction of STEM. Bemu afi ni say senior high school be one ma say omo be start aviation ne ye introduce any many na eba no. How are we getting ourselves to it? I check for more child and kwala no mo kosua de no because the names na bia yesua na say ye the foforo be ka ho ye hu ne ma foforo ka ho. Are they getting themselves ready to absorb it?
Minya me da say before I make on just a quick bite on new enrollment asem. One significant time as a middle family say because of the introduction of the free senior high school, if it be gender parity.
Yeah.
Gender parity nature say a ma and a mema. One no ahoden no more numbers and to say. Say Ghana is one of the select few countries in Africa where attaining gender parity. or senior high school level. Engineers up as I say in simple terms, senior high school, sir. Say 1.4 million students. 1.4 million students. It's almost 700,000 a month. You chimpe. 50% your member, 50% your ma. The no pakran na cha unya bi.
My first name ka member ne school mo.
Ada bi sese sasa. Ye bi ma makonya so bi an first name ka member ne school mo. Sese asesa. Ghana attain gender parity. And now said you see what be a boys school e wa ha no. Ah okwa bi a mamu ankwa. The girls school no so bako ne mu ayema. And now come mi school a o frem kwara 100 mu 50 ye ma, mu 50 ye mema. Ndi unim the social significance of this. Grab man go school, a bus plaza properties, see ma a teenage pregnancy to get advantage of our young girls in terms of the economic outcomes. You my young money ade, one munya kwenya and in sir. Intina na midi cars I gave the premise say our rear strong conda and woman no may be a day and puntu. When we said ne kumase ha, so pakran natra Eden. Uzen kane na ofa fo oh ene menua pacho ni makora bi wo ha asemasi wo ha oh mi na mo fa ase bi dokoku akora bi ohwe no ono nete won tie mfa ene unya bi asesa. Now to the stem said the midi kan no ho ewiase nyina asesa ene 21st century no aye wo mu no ene ukọ other countries a wono mo ye artificial intelligence wono mo che KG4 robotics. One more check KG4 nkwara no
KG4
yes robotics. One more check KG4 robotics. One more check KG4 kwaya the AI eye normal to increase productivity. And then metiana ka say mincho statement oh I need to budu say me dey adekro say AI mu na me the facts na man maka say onye say mam o wi ana me madane ani kama akre how me pese ye dey about until within 5 minutes so statement na o ka say me menye mawa me kwakwada ho ama dey a chance na me dey aba no and then within 5 minutes me nya ye dey among artificial intelligence, robotics, internet of things, 3D imaging no money ade no, and that is the way to go. But before that no akwa ba so na fa so training nkora e training nkora no ma ye bote akwa akwa class me the teacher ni be ka no do you understand or say yes akwa so go no just you do you understand or say yes was put as so there be so na sa nwumasua we ye the sesankora and na the son man shebre. But right now the stem has come and it is important say if we want to be a bit political, MPP never promised them.
Yeah,
we only promise free senior high school education because at that time we felt access was a problem. But say no, you say we are see dwane no. A first, second, third industrial revolution, yan take part no. Say ka say we are say a trainer for industrial revolution you twema. You come be ya. And now South Korea no money there. There are some restaurants that you do robots na ye aduane. E ma robots so say you who be. And no do lot of airports or he now you to kwan e to da bedu baabi no where obi akwa nkasa ho
cleaning machines
no omo yesa wo bedu baabi wo no card wo ni nipa bi ankasa and we are see baabi na me Dr. Baobia adwene in the era of digitalization se wo pese utu corruption as pass utu corruption as model being who are effective than removing human hands and human interface digitalizing things. Oko passport office na wo say utua or usika using your card and I say boku do be how am na cover na kwa connection man ha na kwaje say wo normal report aba na e wo say input wa data bi what wa fe kekekeke when your code na dey go here office aba na kwaje kapre that is where the world is going and near the solve societal problems but here ngumesua ya ye te wa ye chenkwara covid is ama you say you school you fibuku bi kofiri kwanso ne tema mu hunu ana maame bi trase ya ne yefre no tema mu hunu papa bi so trase ya ne yefre no kofiri kwanso na kofiri kwanso ba na tema mu hunu tibia bi ana kosi sei kofiri kwanso ne tema mu hunu e de pa na be solve your west problem kofiri kwanso ne tema mu hunu if people are crying about their water body same for saying how does kofiri kwanso ne tema mu hunu solve it but in the same or he say obi ba jeki yeso ko mo bo no mu twa na man to nyuma no obi ba jeki fa ho nyina to fo fa ho nyina to fo o ti be su jesi ama o obi ba jeki fa ho nyina to fo fa ho nyina to fo o ti be su jesi na o si jesi na he dey na de nyuma ba ha e fa nyuma ma
so far stems the said you are ready
so far our so stem so far 7 have been operationalized.
Yeah, I understand the same model schools in there were 10. 3 in Ashanti region. Jabin, Sreso,
yes.
And then Abransi, Juso.
Yes. STEM no say Awaso. Accra High. Your Kwasi. Your Bobomosu. Your Pasempe. Your Bosomtre. A Bosomtre STEM SHS name girls. You said that Lisa, you said man was on here and a pie. It was that creative back there. And my man. It would diaso. Your quad so creative as here and send your film baby. A wager. And I used to go on STEM Academy no say the Ecoso. Now, Mr. Baku, Bono half for baby, and we dear half and what
you know, I think it's a cuckoo
and say one of them, meaning but one of them are half for can the amount boy you
and I am for no so much
almost a month university fellow almost a month hey now school our friends say oh
I could yeah
I could good one was a month for no so month almost share say school come away now school classrooms no 36 unit classroom blocks there a be minimum so faster fall to the fullest cover 50 or laboratory science laboratories go makuma 12 science laboratories or makuma 12 na be no ahemfo no be pere almost say school come away na say university no see ya empene e kwan bia person dey university do mo do petition aba minister ne mpanimfo so ye dey ehwe na wono so we ultimately no nwahwe na nyina pese ye dey ye promote na we are here so here what na waso for so dey obo dey abase school university so enti sana akodre na ko STEM schools say career pathways ngora ya aviation ngora ya engineering nanu uni he na fia ko bi for ye drone nanu masa ye ba ko a eno ekọ omode koma itakwade naval force o monte se fidi a enu rasa marine wura nsu ase etwa nsu na se de ekoso nyina Ghana for nkwara o nanu obo ase sector senior high school for nanu obo ase sector for onzo ma ye dialysis machine ye solar powered dialysis machine no nhia sika bia wono mo kura se the whole admin no mo the local resources and assembly almost mo boka 5,000 Ghana cedis. Imagine some correct me decide innovative idea yaba now when a corporate entity so assume in terms of copyright any patent laws no ade nyina or register or produce mass production unu nyuma be keti okoma say sana say there have to be a link between education and socio-economic transformation. And I'm going to say, first of all, access is key, but access alone is not enough. Quality is key. Quality alone is not enough. When access meets quality, that is where there is relevance, impact. Oh, and then all these STEM schools are coming because at a fun and Kagana, OT aviation, now Kuma universities are in the running aviation. Robotics, Kuma Nipa in the schools are in the running robotics. And one most important thing is what I was say, your dream bus beyond STEM schools has to also do with the TVET. Well, TVET, we have put a very simplistic interpretation and definition of TVET. Me and the Minister for Education, we believe it is wrong. Well, I am not be candidate. I am going to say TVET. TVET, you say, TVET, dear, Okoya, Obenya, on San Wajuma, now, Chenebucrano. Sebio se unya dwuma nya wa betima abie nnwuma. No, that's not the kind of TVET or Ghana ha. No. Se TVET Ghana ha, we are using the friend say German system no. TVET you produce the students for industries. And they say if the industries are not here, we are creating opportunities for them. Say Benz, Mercedes Benz na barber form, say Samsung na barber form, they should have the opportunity to work with them. After all, ko beba. Beboa. Now, yeah, that damn crazy TV we are bit market to a then we leave these children very frustrated. Obey, you know, now if you know, Pesika, Akobo Kios, no, no, that's not the kind of TV that you create to a. And the Abibia that you see, or somebody can be skilled in terms of the crowd oil. Obetima manufacture USBBA or a mechanical betima BBA, but that person may not necessarily be an entrepreneur. Okay, there's no meaning more beguno. And TVET and yes, we are baby word. No, TVET is about skills development. And then now I can say 225 of these TVET schools have all been revamped with the state of the art of say advancement in technology in machines, so no machinery near the omwede. It is also important to also add say TVET schools are also all under the free senior high school. aban bay and in the history of the world, even in the area of education alone, can make this significant improvement there. Not even talk about say oko basis level sa curriculum because 19th century fans said omayu. But the name oko at the basic school level, only say yeah curriculum a friend say review a friend say standard based curriculum normally are they in our buy a whole nyina but into what team crano with new mentality now provide you with the needed skills in the area of STEM, in the area of TVET, also at the senior high school level. And sana woman to make tertiary no more about for so day I'm all mine.
Cause
Minya
Mammy man you want to go registrar former registrar ono ko joba na hiri be diako machi
Areba